सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः। देवाय तस्मै नमः। देवाय तस्मै नमः। 9 onwards. असक्तिरनभिष्वङ्गः
असक्तिरणभिष्वङ्गः
पुत्रदारगृहादिषु नित्यं च समचित्तत्वम्
नित्यं स समचित्वत्वम्
इष्टानिष्टोपपत्तिषु
इष्टानिष्टोपपत्तिषु
मयि चानन्ययोगेन
मयि चानन्ययोगेन
भक्तिरव्यभिचारिणी
भक्तिरव्यभिचारिणी
विविक्तदेशसेवित्वम्
विविक्तदेशसेवित्वम्
अरतिर्जनसंसदि
अरतिर्जनसंसदि
अध्यात्मज्ञाननित्यत्वम्
अध्यात्मज्ञाननित्यत्वम्
तत्त्वज्ञानार्थदर्शनम्
तत्त्वज्ञानार्थदर्शनम्
एतज्ज्ञानमिति प्रोक्तम्
एतज्ज्ञानमिति प्रोक्तम्
अज्ञानं यदतोऽन्यथा
अज्ञानं यदतोऽन्यथा
ज्ञेयं यत्तत् प्रवक्ष्यामि
ज्ञेयं यत्तत् प्रवक्ष्यामि
यज्ञात्वामृतमश्नुते
यज्ञात्वामृतमश्नुते
अनादिमत्परं ब्रह्म
अनादिमत्परं ब्रह्म
न सत्तन्नासदुच्यते
न सत्तन्नासुदुच्यते
सर्वतः पाणिपादं तत्
सर्वतः पाणिपादं तत्
सर्वतोक्षिशिरोमुखम्
शिशिरोत्मुखम्
सर्वतः श्रुतिमल्लोके
सर्वतः श्रुतिमल्लोके
सर्वमावृत्य तिष्ठति
सर्वमावृत्य तिष्ठति
सर्वेन्द्रियगुणाभासम्
सर्वेन्द्रियगुणाभासम्
सर्वेन्द्रियविवर्जितम्
सर्वेन्द्रियविवर्जितम्
असक्तं सर्वभृच्छैव
असक्तं सर्वभृच्छैव
निर्गुणं गुणभोक्तृ च
निर्गुणं गुणभोक्तृ च
बहिरन्तश्च भूतानां
बहिरन्तश्च भूतानां
Acharam charameva cha.
Acharam charameva cha.
Sukshmatvat tadavijneyam.
Sukshmatvat tada vigneyam.
Durastham chantike cha tat.
Durastam chantike cha tat.
Again, bahirantascha bhutana.
Bahirantascha bhutanam.
Acharam charameva cha.
Acharam charameva cha.
Sukshmatvat tadavijneyam.
Sukshmatvat tada vigneyam.
Durastham chantike cha tat.
Durastam chantike cha tat.
The last class we looked at number 14, Sarvendriya Gunabhasa. Nirgunam Gunabhoktricha. We saw that. So we are in the 13th chapter, which is the beginning of this Asipada Vichara, Jiveshwara Aikya Vichara, correct? And so just to keep that in context, roughly means what? Jiva has been explained, Ishvara has been explained, and now Aikyam has to be explained. Aikyam. There is a connection between the two. Not just a connection, but an identity. Connection between the two, okay, that's also easy to follow. But identity, यहाँ पर problem है. कैसा? How can there be identity between them? Identity? Tat tvam asi, not tat tvam iva asi. You and he are like, are almost are very similar, you know. No, this very similar business and all is not there. Asi, that's it over. And so, not difficult to follow. I mean, Vedanta actually is quite easy because once you understand, with the pot clay example or any other example, golden bangle, bangly gold example, if you understand, then over game is getting over very fast, getting over. Correct? And so, and then we have to apply it in our life. Theory and practice. There's all theory, Guruji. How do we practice it? Okay. All right, Karma Yoga is there. Keep at it. Keep at it. Keep practicing it. That's the way it is. And so I know it is wrong, but I want to practice that it is wrong. Okay, practice karo. Keep every day in the morning, look at it for a few minutes. Half an hour, sit and meditate. Look at that rope. Look at that rope. That's good practice. I think we can't deny that. Therefore, so we are in that section here. And so, Bahirantascha Bhutana, that is the shloka we have to look at. Again, now words are very simple. Bahihi, outside, antaha, inside, cha, bahihi cha, antaha cha, mahavakyam, correct? Mahavakyam there, mahavakyam like. Yeah. Or mahavakyam itself. Like yesterday, Swamiji was saying, I think yesterday or day before yesterday, don't think there are only four mahavakyas. Okay? No, four just highlighted, four highlighted. Tattvamasi, Aham Brahmasi, I am Atma Brahma, Prajnanam Brahma. Like that they highlight from the four different Vedas, the one they pick. So like that, there are many. And so here also, look, Bhagavad Gita also has uh, this kind of Mahava. So inside and outside. The Swamiji's example we gave last time, what is this? What are there? What do you see in front of me? Where is light? Light is there here. Light is there on my body also. Light is there on the wall also. What about in between light? In between light, you can't see. You can't see. You will say it is there. Because now that an example has been given, you will say it is there. But it is there because if it is not there, you can't see the hand. If it is there only here, then you can't see here. So some light is there all everywhere, ready to manifest. Ready to manifest. It is not manifest, therefore you can't see. I can't see it. I need something to see the, or I should see the source of light. That at least I can see. Okay. Therefore, like that. Suppose I ask you, what is the okay? Consciousness is like that. That is similarity. Suppose I ask you, what is the dissimilarity? Is there any dissimilarity between consciousness and light? Example. Then you must be ready to say, yeah, this example is quite good, but it has its limitation. Remember, always every example will have a limitation. You should stretch it too much. Because light is not there inside the hand. No? It is not inside all these objects. Inside the book, there is no light. So it is, light is visible. Light makes the book visible. Very good. That's nice. But inside the book, light is not. So that is the difference. So therefore, sometimes what happens, we take the example too literally, stretch it everywhere, and then we get into a problem. Problem is a good problem that shows the example is limited. That's all. So therefore, it is manifest. Where it is manifest, I can say it is there. It is not manifest, I can't say it is not there, but it is unmanifest. So that is the idea there. Okay. Bahihi antascha. So that idea probably brings in here in our Puranas. Puranas, it's all said like Bhagavan is everywhere. Narayana is everywhere. Bahirantascha tat sarvam. Antar bahischa tat sarvam. Vyapyanarayanastha. And that comes in where?
Narayana Sutta.
Narayan Sukta? Yeah.
Narayana Sutta. Correct, correct. Narayana Sutta. So Narayana is supposed to be everywhere. Antascha bahischa. Bahischa. So that's why avatars, all this Narasimha avatara, great example. My goodness. And all children was, we as kids, nobody can forget Narasimha. Because short story also, not a big story. You keep building up, building up, building up. And then suddenly it gets over. Narayana shows himself as Narasimha and all the beautiful things. He is neither inside nor outside. You know, that boon that this guy asked for. Hiranyakashipu is also a very interesting boon. Yaha bahihi cha antascha. But he asked for the boon, neither bahihi nor antaha. Very interesting. Neither upar, nahi niche, neither niche. And so neither day nor light it seems. Dark. This guy is very smart. These Rakshasas, I tell you, they're very intelligent people. We can't ask boons like that. And so this kind of boon is asked. And so just suddenly from the pillar he comes. So Puranas are meant to give the same message, but through stories. You will never hear the message at all. May or may not. I have not studied the original Puranas, but I don't know if the message was there constantly. Then our Pauranika Karaha would be telling the message. I don't see them telling the message. I don't know what to make out of that, but that's supposed to give us a it's a window of opportunity for us to say, yeah, Bhagavan is all pervasive. That is why every Indian will say Bhagavan is everywhere. Period. That is there. And so, Bahihi cha antascha. And that's how the Puranas is supposed to help us. But we don't ask the question. Antascha, antar bahischa tat sarvam vyapya narayanastitaha. Narayana is everywhere means what? That Shankha Chakra Gadadhari, everywhere there is a Shankha Chakra Gadadhari. Is that what is the meaning of Narayana is everywhere? Or what? So we have to ask the question. The inquiry has to come. Or is it just a poetic statement? Poetic statement, you know. Love is in the air. Love is in the air means what? Because this fellow is all in love. Both people are in love. So they say love is in the air. Yeah, poetic. Love is in the air means I am lost. And just everything is love. In fact, I don't even know I exist. That is the meaning of love is there, correct? It's all gone, dissolved. That's it, over. until the first argument comes. Then love is not in the air. Then we are all in the air, right? Thick air is now thick with a lot of arguments. And so we have to ask these questions about this all pervasiveness. And then Vedanta just right there waiting for us. Bhutanam acharam charamevicha. That also is very easy to follow. Moving and unmoving. Charam, charam. Okay? That's another way in which the Jagat is described in our Shastram. Moving, unmoving. And so, so this is how Vedanta is. So Vedanta requires a lot of preparedness. Maturity is required. Everybody cannot handle all these charam, acharam. Oh, now just now you're talking about Narsimha Avatara. Can you tell us the story a little more? If I tell some dramatize it, then I think people will come and attendance also will increase. Word will spread. No, I think he started talking about this avatars and all. Come, come, come. There's a few more people will come to the class. Then after that again, charam, acharam, means okay. Some slowly from Zoom, people will just log out. Okay, charam macharam, okay, dekhenge, we'll see it later. So what is the big deal? And so, but then charam, acharam, eva. Both moving and unmoving. Moving I can understand. Unmoving also I can understand. But Brahma is both moving and unmoving. How is this possible? So that's the magic. That's the magic. And the magic is like the light that is there only in some places, but no, it is also there in all places. It is there in some places, but it's there in all places. Like that, exactly here also. Charam, it's all moving because light is moving. Everything is moving because light is manifest in objects. It is impossible for an average person to figure out that light is not moving. Not very difficult to figure out unless some education is there. After that, you can figure out. It is not difficult. But consciousness, yeah, I am consciousness also easy to figure out. That's not, it's not difficult. Body is jadam. That's also easy to figure out. But I have a consciousness, you have a consciousness, she has a consciousness, they all have consciousnesses. And I am moving, therefore consciousness is moving. Beyond that, difficult to go. That is why he says, charam acharame. Charam, moving. Consciousness as though moving. You have to put the word if. As though moving. For now, it's moving. Okay, all right. And then later on, we will say it's not moving. And this technique is called what? The technique the Shastram is using is called Adhyaropa Bhavan. Correct. Adhyaropa Bhavan. Yeah, okay, it's moving. At least you came to this point. Consciousness is moving. There is consciousness. There are many, many consciousnesses. Okay, good. And then moving, all move. But I don't know it's not moving because I don't know that consciousness is there everywhere. If I had known that, I will not say consciousness is moving. It is like saying space is moving. Space is moving. Oh, once I know space means everything that is there is space. And how can space move? Okay? So until I come to that point, it is charamiva. And so mistake and adhyaro, superimposition. Superimposition. Of what? Of a moving object, the attribute of a moving object on the light, on the Chetanam, Chaitanyam consciousness. That superimposition I do. That's why I say consciousness. Swamiji gives an example. He gives an example, very interesting example. He says, when I've seen lighthouses. When you go to the beach at all in the night, you'll see this lighthouse. Somewhere there is this light just keeps on rotating. Tuck, 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 keeps rotating. And some bright beam comes, then some other beams come. So blue color beam, and then another white thin beam comes, and then another big beam comes. So three sources of light are there that are constantly rotating. Okay, that we can appreciate. But then he says, like I didn't know this. I didn't know how this light functions. But he says, he read somewhere, it seems, that really speaking, Really speaking, it is not even three sources of light. It is just that there are three holes, and the outer enclosure is just rotating like this. Okay. So not only are there not three sources of light, but even the light is not moving, not rotating at all. It is just stationary. There's only one source of light inside. But the movement of that enclosure is being superimposed on the light itself. Adhyaropena. Then I say light is moving, light is rotating and things like that. So there also there's a superimposition. And so all the other examples, sun is rising. Sun is rising. What Adhyaropa is being done? The movement of the earth is superimposed on the sun. So many examples are there in our life. Swami gives the example of gloomy day. Gloomy day. It's a very gloomy day today. Gloomy day. Poor day. We have made it gloomy. The problem is here. यहाँ पर problem है. And then I made the day gloomy now. Gloomy day. Means what? You're supposed to be sad. Correct? Day is gloomy. Therefore, you must be sad. Correct? You must be depressed. Means because the day is gloomy, I must be sad. So that's a very sad statement to make. So gloomy day. My gloom I am projecting on the on the beautiful time. If you ask the peacocks, is it a gloomy day? Should I be sad? The peacocks are dancing here in Coimbatore. If you want to see, you can see. They're all jumping up and down. Birds, and sometimes I look at them, I say, "Ah, look, they seem to be enjoying. It's drizzling, okay? I am complaining that it's drizzling. But they're not complaining. They're having fun, lot of fun they're having. They're doing. Yesterday, 2 days ago, I saw them. I was watching them. I said, they're enjoying. Who am I to complain about this rain and all? So, and this is pure Adhyaropa. Constantly we are doing this. Constant. Throughout the day. And so it is called what? Adhyaropa. And here in this particular case, the attribute of an object is being like the attribute of the earth moving is superimposed on the sun. It's called what? Dharmadhyasaha. Adhyasa, one word we can use. Shastram is going to use it later also. So adhyasa is called. Adhyaropa is fine, that's a technique. But what I am doing is adhyasa. Adhyaropavada is a technique Shastram uses, right? But what I am doing is called adhyasa. Adhyasa, I am projecting. I am projecting the attribute of one object on another object. That's called adhyasa. In this case, it's called dharmadhyasa. Dharmadhyasa. I don't look at the sun and say it is earth. No, I don't make that mistake. I'm only transferring the movement of the earth on the sun. That movement is an attribute, and the attribute is dharma. So dharmadhyasa. Now, there is something where I project one object on the other object. What example can that be? One object, some object.
Snake and rope.
Snake.
Snake and rope. Snake and rope. The two different objects, two different purposes. One is a living thing, another is a non-living thing. Completely different. Dharmas of these two objects are very different. But then what? When I say that is a snake, when it's really not a snake, make one another object called snake superimposed onto it. That is not dharmadhyasa. It is called arthadhyasa. Arthadhyasa. Artha here means object. First, arthadhyasa. These are two very popular words used in the Shastra. I'm just introducing them to you if you've not heard it. Okay. So anyway, that is why we have this Bhutanam Charam Acharam. Charam Acharam. It is Acharam, really speaking. Brahma is Acharam, but Charam Iva Api Drishyate. It is as though moving also. And then further, look at this. Durastham. Durastham. Dure Tishtati iti Durastha. It is far away. It is far away means what? Brahma is far away. Brahma is far away because God is far away. God is not here. We have come to the conclusion that God is not here, God is far away, and going to heaven, this, that, and all. We've been told. Therefore, we have assumed God is far away. At the same time, we say God is everywhere. So there is always that confusion. That confusion. In India, children will not ask the question. Hey, this is contradicting. But in America, there is a chance. There is a very high chance that this boy or girl will say, "Mom, how did you say this? I don't understand. How you can say this and then you can say that also." Because they're the questioning. They keep on questioning, and schools encourage questioning. Yamper schools and all, I don't know what they do. They do encourage. I've talked to some teachers here and all. Devalataji and all have coached me. They've coached me on how today's schools are working. And our schools are much better than they were when I was studying. And so, uh, Durastham, far away. Brahma is far away. Okay. And what we say is, okay, Narayan Vaikunt mein rehne do, let him be. But say Vaikunte api, he is also there. You say just one word also makes a big difference. Vaikunte api asti, Kailase api asti, Indraloke api asti. Then Antike cha also, and near also. Antike here means near. Okay? Because Bahihi Antaha, oh, outside, inside is over. So here far and near. Durastham Antike cha. So near. How near he is? Well, far also is there. It's there now, the Lokas, and is there in this Buloka also. Is there in Buloka, is there in India also, is there in Tamil Nadu also, in Coimbatore also is there, and in this house also is there, in this body also. Antikecha, Antikecha, very near also, far and near. And so, Shankaracharya, Shankaracharya. Avijñātataya, don't write this down, just listen. Avijñātataya durastham. Okay. Varsha sahasra kotyapi avidusham aprapyatva. Let me explain. A, it is far away for people who don't know. Simple. For people who don't know, it's far away. Bhagavan is far away. Brahma is far away. And because avijñātataya, being unknown for them, it's far away. Can't argue. Far away means far away. That's it. Because don't bring God very close here. Let God stay there. Okay, because we have our own societies, communities, problems, everything, associations. We have. Let's deal with that. Don't bring God here. We're all secular people also. Yesterday, Swamiji brought it up. Anyway, and then he says, Shankaracharya, Varsha Sahasra Koti Api Avidusha. Even though this fellow has been ignorant for a long time, and he's been saying the same thing, it seems. Because for so many koti janmas, he has not gained this knowledge, and therefore he keeps parroting the same thing again and again. Antikecha, nearby, Shankara says, Tad Atmatvat Vidusham. Look at the two words only used. Vidusham means of wise people. Tad Atmatvat. Because for wise people, Atma is Brahma. Therefore, Antike, very close. How close? Very close. How close? How close? It's so close that I am Brahma. I am so close. When I mention this so close, suddenly another word comes to me. Brahma is close, close, like that. We studied somewhere. When we studied Kathopanishad, Shankaracharya initially was giving the meaning of the word Upanishad, and the word Upa means Samipe, Samipe means Antike, and the closest is what that he was explaining. What can be closer than Atma? Like that we thought. And suddenly it came to me. Okay, so So such a close thing. How come I don't recognize? How come I don't know all these things? If it is so close, I don't miss all the people in my house. Everything I know exactly what's what. Even on the top, whatever all the things I did, also I know all the arrangements, everything I do, all the cobwebs which I have to clean later. That also I know. Everything I know. And you're telling me that this Atma is so close, but I don't. Yes, that's good observation. Yes, you don't know. Why? Sukshmatva tad avigyeyam. It is not known. Avigyeyam, not known. Sukshmatvat, because it is sukshmaha. Brahma is sukshmam. Okay. And sukshma. And we already saw that. Our Kathopanishad. Yeah, Kathopanishad. And the shloka mantra starts like, how does it start? देवैरत्रापि विचिकित्सितं पुरा सुविज्ञेयमनुवेश धर्मः. Answer to Nachiketa's third boon. Tell me about Atma. Tell me about that about which people have doubts. And then he says, what? Don't worry, don't go there, Nachiketa. Devas also didn't know about all these things. Devas, gods, powerful people. They also didn't know about all this. They're still having problems. And so it's not you and I don't have to worry about all this. We have a lot of other important things to do. Why? Suvijneyam, na suvijneyam, what is it? Anuresha dharma, na suvijneyam. It is not easy to understand. Why? Because anuhu yesha dharma. This topic that you're talking about, this atma you're talking about, that dharma you're talking about is anuhu, minute. Shankara says shukshmam. It's all connected. Sukshmatvat. Okay. And that is why is it sukshmam? If I ask, there Yamadharma Raja has already answered it. Ashabdamasparshamarupamayam tatharasam nityamagandhavachayat. Ashabdamasparsh. Because I need some attribute. Only then I can perceive some. I don't see you. That's why the hide and seek game is very good. Hide and seek is a good game. And we played so much. Children never get tired of hide and seek until you give them a phone. Until you give them a phone. Okay, that's different. But we used to play hide and seek around this. And it's always a great game. The same house, same street, same set of houses, same friends. We know exactly every house where this fellow hides also we know. That also we know. I know where this guy is hiding. That also we know. Knowing the answers, we will keep on playing hide and seek. So, yeah, spot the person. You have to spot everyone. Okay. And I have to be able to spot things. Otherwise you can't. You're talking about some vague stuff, Brahma and all. Yeah, Shabdam Asparsh. That's how it is. And so and Panchabhutani also are like that. Tasmadva etasmad atmanah akasha sambhutaha, right? Akasha. From Atma, which is Nirgunam, Akasha. Akasha has just one guna. What guna it has? It has the
Shabda.
Shabda guna. Shabda guna. So sound. Then that's all. It doesn't have taste. It doesn't have smell. It doesn't have sense of touch, and it doesn't have whatever the other one. Sight. Okay, it's not there. Rupa is not. Rupa is not there. That's why. Why? Because Akasha is all pervasive. Therefore, it has no form. Beautiful. Then next, Vayu, Akashad, Vayu, another guna comes. Another
Sparsha.
guna comes. Sparsha guna comes. Then Vayu, Agni. Vayu not visible. Doesn't have rupa. You can't see air. Can't see that. Vayu. Okay, great. Then comes Agni. Agni. Then that rupa it gets a rupa. Rupa. Then that's why Agni is visible now. Then you get all the other things, Prithvi till Prithvi, and what taste, and then smell. Fine. Grossest is Prithvi. Because why? It has five gunas. It has five gunas. The more gunas that are there for a thing, the grosser it is, easier it is to identify. Correct? That is why in the court, in the justice system, which evidence is even more powerful? The eye evidence or hear evidence, hearing evidence. I heard a gunshot. Okay, evidence. I heard. Then they will say, how do you know it's a gunshot? The defense will question this guy. So how do you know it's a gunshot? You made us something. No, 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 it has to be a gunshot. No, who told you it has to be a gunshot? And then he will make a sound. Okay, tell me this sound. And then is it like a gunshot? Yeah, it's like a gunshot. That means somebody could have done that. How do you know it's a gun? Like that they argue. Okay. That means what this? Then next. Then eyewitness. That's why they keep saying eyewitness. Witness is just too much. Too much. Even less refutable. Because that rupa and that rupa is so important. And so anyway, the grosser it is, the more perceivable it is. And so here, it is not like that. Five gunas, four gunas, three, two at least, one at least? No, not even one guna. Akasha itself not perceivable. And that is why Akasha itself, science is analyzing space. Previously, they said it's non-existent. It is ether. They used to use those words. I don't know these days if they use that word or not. Ether. Then they say, no, 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 space is not non-existent. It is positive. Positive is what? It is like material. Material is material. Solid, liquid, gas, material is there. It's all tangible. Okay. Gas itself is somewhat tangible only. Unless somebody tells you nitrogen, oxygen, and all, you won't know. Nothing you will know. And so, okay, these guys, scientists say, no, no, space is not non-existent. It's positive. It's a positive entity. Okay. So it takes so much time to identify all. I'm saying. It feels like our Shastram has just figured it out long. They are not even interested in any of these questions because it's all figured out. And let's say this curving space, elastic space, and all that they talk. It means what space is like a material. They will come and say, yeah, we know that. We told you all that. Shastram says all that. So that is what it is. And I'm reminded of a game. One of my good friends in Houston, he used to tell me this the father and son are playing a baby, just a 1 year old baby, okay, just barely able to sit and crawl. That baby cannot stand and run and run also okay. That baby, it's fine. Now imagine the situation. Okay? Touch me, father says, mother says, touch me. Baby comes and then touches like this, touches, and then good job. But you did not touch me. You touched my leg. And the child looks like this. Something a child finds interesting, smiles, then comes running again and crawling, and then touches like this. Good job, you're getting better. But sorry, you did not touch me. You touched my shoulder. Then the baby is somehow impressed by this game. Something it likes about this game. It is smiling. Because what is there to smile at this? I don't know. But it's smiling. And then it comes and then touches again. Because the baby also knows what's going to come. Because this father has done it so many times. And so, good job. Good job. But you did not touch me. You touched my head. Come on, touch me. So this game, very interesting game. I think I don't know how many of you have played with your children, but I found that example is just coming to mind. Probably 15 years ago, I heard him tell that, and so that says that the child gets the idea. Yeah. So really, this things that I think I am is really not me. That idea just is there as a child, right? So that's what. Therefore, tad avidyayam. For all these reasons, avidyayam is what? Not not understood. Vidyayam. Properly, we visheshena jnayam, not just arbitrarily understood. Yeah, there is some atma inside me. That kind of jnayam. Clearly, visheshataha jnayam. Clearly understood that Atma is Nirgunam, Atma is Sarvavyapi, Atma is Avinashi, Avinashi Tad Vidhi, Yena Sarvamidam Tadam, all that is called Vijnayam, that Avijnayam are understood. And so you can blame Brahma. Brahma is Nirgunam, so you are not to blame for not understanding Brahma. But then Kathopanishad will say, no, you have to choose to know Brahma. Yamai Vesha Vrinute Tena Labhyaha. Correct? Atma is not available automatically. It won't happen. Nothing will happen. If God wants me to be enlightened, I will become enlightened. Correct? बोलते हैं ना, hey, if this is supposed to happen, it will happen. We say it all the time. We say it only after putting effort. With some effort and all, we say, yeah, it's supposed to happen, it will happen. Don't worry. Let's not lose sleep over it. Correct statement. And then we quietly apply that logic here also. God wants me to study Shastra, I will study Shastra. Hey, Swamiji is coming. The 1 week classes are there. Evening time, your office is over. It only starts at 7 o'clock. Come straight from your office. I'll get you lunch. Okay, you want dinner? I'll pack some dinner and come. If God wants me to learn Shastram, I will learn Shastra. It's smart. These people, you can't argue at all. Then you say, forget it. Okay, so let's translate this shloka. It is outside and inside living beings. It is outside and inside of, sorry, it is outside and inside living beings. Full stop. Yeah, Mahesh, do you had a question?
Yeah, one quick question. In the acharam charameva, is it eva or eva?
Okay. Charam eva here is not even.
That's
Here is
what
not even.
I heard
Also,
you saying it. Okay.
yeah, you have to add even. Within brackets, you have to put even. Right. So it is outside and inside living beings. Full stop. It is unmoving and moving. Full stop. It is far as well as near. Full stop. Being subtle, it is unknowable. So this is Swami Paramathananda's translation. Unknowable, right? He doesn't say it is difficult to know. It says it's unknowable. Why it's unknowable? Because for me to know anything, some guna must be there. Guna must be there. If it's nirgunam, it is impossible to know. That is why negation. Neti, neti, neti. Correct? The idea.
Not an object of perception.
Not an object of thought, not an object of action. Once again, it is outside and inside living beings, full stop. It is unmoving and moving. It is far as well as near. Being subtle, it is unknowable. Full stop. Means not knowable as an object, that is mean. Because the question should arise, wait a minute, if it is unknowable, what am I studying? What am I going to know? Etc. Right? So, Parishad makes a beautiful statement there. यदि मन्यसे सुवेदेति नो न वेदेति वेद च यदि मन्यसे सुवेदेति दब्रमेवापि नूनम. If you say you know it, then you don't know it. Dabram, you know very little of. That is what this guy student says. Student is telling. You don't know. Dabrameva pinunam. And then he says, Naham manye suvedeti. And I also don't claim that I know it. Suveda, I know it in brackets as an object. Naham manye suvedeti. Nona vedeti vedacha. And the one who understands what I'm saying knows it. Then Nona vedeti vedacha. And then he said, no, but I won't say that I don't know also. I don't know it as an object, but I won't say Atma is, I don't know Atma, I won't say that. Then Manye viditam. Atma is understood. That's what he says. Passive voice he puts it. Beautiful. Upanishad, short Upanishad. We'll study it sometime. All right. Then, next shloka. Number 17.
This is similar to Shrutva Pianam Vedana Chaiva Kaschit.
No, it is not. It is not. It is not. Because here he's talking about that they're understood, but I mean, something told, but not grasped properly. We are not there. I don't think Krishna means that. It's just that the topic is not easily understood by people. That's all. There, we don't need to bring up this perceivable, imperceivable. We don't need to bring. Okay. Jyotish, no, Avibhaktam. Okay. Avibhaktam cha bhuteshu.
अविभक्तं च भूतेषु
Vibhaktamiva cha sthitam.
विभक्तमिव च स्थितं
Bhutabhatri cha tatnyeyam.
भूतभर्तृ च तज्ज्ञेयम्
Grasishnu prabha vishnu cha.
रसिष्णुप्रभविष्णु च
Avibhaktam cha bhuteshu.
अविभक्तं च भूतेषु
Vibhaktamiva cha sthitam.
विभक्तमिव च स्थितं
Bhutabhartri cha tatnyeyam.
भूतभर्तृ च तज्ज्ञेयम्
Grasishnu prabha vishnu cha.
रसिष्णुप्रभविष्णु च
Yeah. Vibhaktam. Vibhaktam. Bhaj means to separate, to split, to make distinct, to categorize, etc. So, avibhaktam means what? Undivided. Undivided. Brahma is undivided. Okay. Then, bhuteshu vibhaktam iva cha sthitam. Yet it is present, sthitam. Brahma is within brackets, you have to put Brahma, right? It's coming all the way from top. Okay. And Chasthitam, also it is present in all beings, Bhuteshu. Okay, all beings, Bhuteshu. It is present like what? Vibhaktam iva. Vibhaktam iva. As though separated and divided. Iva. Look at Krishna. Iva. That's why I said Charam iva. So here it is iva, not eva. Okay. So iva. Iva means as though. As though separated. As though divided. Divided. And as we've seen that before, consciousness is as though divided. It's there everywhere, but since I'm not clear about it, it appears divided in beings. And just like the light example, space also, space seems divided. Space seems divided. Why so many things? So many things, it's just divided. Galaxies, different galaxies are there. Space is divided. Within a galaxy, planets and solar systems and whatnot are there and divided. Then there is a planet Earth, and within the Earth, Earth is dividing the space as though. And then, of course, I am sitting in a house and the walls are dividing, chopping space. Constantly, we are chopping, cutting the space, dividing the space. So, you will say space is divided. Yes, it's all divided. But really speaking, space is not a thing which can be divided. That accommodating aspect itself is called space. Therefore, space is there. Even where the walls are there. Yes, you can't displace space. Even though in the bus, in the crowded bus, we all go and then I tell you, yeah, there is some space there. Go sit. Means for you to sit, there is some space there. There is space everywhere, but there's not that space those kinds of spaces you can't sit. Because if you sit on somebody, they will scold you. And so we don't want to sit on somebody. So space is there. In that there is one seat vacant. Okay. That's what. A vacancy we can talk about. But space is there everywhere. Vibhaktam iva. It is avibhaktam, but vibhaktam iva, as though divided. Brahma is also divided. And what? Bhuta bhartracha tad jneyam. Grasishnu prabha vishnu cha. That whole thing is one idea being presented. Bhartr, support, sthiti, grasishnu, pulling, taking away, resolving, laya, sthiti, laya, and then prabha vishnu, creation. Okay, so these three ideas are present, right? Creation, Baba Vishnu. Shnu means cause. Karanam. 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 Brahma is a Karanam for the Prabhava. Somewhere in the Bhagavad Gita, we heard Prabhava. Right? Brahma was referred to as Prabhava. Somewhere in some chapter. I think 8th chapter.
Sankalpa Prabhavan Kaman.
Okay, Prabhavan Kaman is there, referring to Kaman. But for Brahma itself, Prabhava. Okay, 8th chapter. Let me quickly look at the 8th chapter. Well, it's coming to my mind, so I didn't want to. Kim tad brahma kim adhyatmam aksharam. Okay, look at this. Aksharam brahma paramam swabhavodhyatmam uchyate bhuta bhavod bhavakaraha visargah karma sanyitaha. Okay, it's not there here. Bhavaha is there. Bhuta bhava, present, but that's different. Okay, there's somewhere else. Okay, so Prabha Vishnu, Prabhava Karanam, the cause, the creator of the universe. Okay, Prabha Vishnu, and then supporter, Bhuta Bhartri, Bhuta, supporter of the entire universe, living beings and non-living beings. Bhartri, Bhartri means what? Support. That's why Bharta, Bharta. So husband is called Bharta in traditional families because husband is kind of bringing the food to the table, etc. That person is typically called a Bharta. And Bharya, Bharta, Bharya. But I know families where the lady is doing the work and the husband is taking care of children. I know some families like that. So there you can't call this guy Bharta. Because by definition, the guy who gets the money and food is a Bharta. Let's call it like that. Let's define it like that. Then she has to be called, but she is not just feminine. Therefore, she will be Bhartri. Bhartri, like Putri, correct? Bhartri she will become. And then he will be called what? Bharya? No, Bharya is feminine gender, so you can't call him Bharya. Bharyaha. Bharyaha. Come up with words like that. Sanskrit allows that. That's the beauty of Sanskrit. Yeah. Bhartri and Bharyaha. That's how it is.
Sometimes he is also Bartan, washing vessels.
Yeah, so that's okay. I mean, everybody supports, and so that's good. Yeah, but then I have to do all that. I have to do all. I've done it for 30 years. These days also. These days I don't do that much, but I've done it. And I've actually some people told me also you're good at washing vessels. That also they've told. I said yes, I like doing it. I actually like doing it. I don't know why. Is it from Janma? Samskara must be there. Washing vessels, I take some time and without putting a lot of soap also you have to do. It's easy to just spray the soap and then do all this and put. I don't like all that. I don't, because the soap will stick to the vessel, and then finally the smell comes to you. So I will take the time and wash vessels. So Bhartan Dona is also not easy. All right. So Bharta. So the Bhuta Bharta hai wo. So he is the what? He is the Krishti Sthiti Laya Kar. That is what is being said in this portion of the mantra, correct? And so the same thing that is there in other Upanishads also. Those who are studying Taittiriya Upanishad. Yato va imani bhutani jayante yena jatani jivanti yatrayantyapi samvishanti. So, yato va imani jatani. That from whom all these beings and the entire world has come. Yena jatani jivanti bhuta bhartri. That because of which people are living, the universe is running, the planets are doing their jobs. Okay. Okay. Yena jatani jivanti yat prayantyabisamvishanti. That into which all of them resolve, disappear into, that is the Brahma. Like that the Upanishad is saying. And that is going to come again in the 18th chapter. Yatah pravrittir bhutanam yena sarvamidam tatam swakarmanatam abhyascha siddhim vindati manamaha. 1846, I think. Okay. So yatah pravrittir. Yatah pravritti. Pravritti means creation. Bhutanam. Yena sarvamidam tatam. And by which everything is supported and pervaded. All that comes later in the 18th chapter. Okay, so that is what is being said here. So let's translate. Moreover, it remains undivided. Full stop. It within brackets Brahma, you can say. Moreover, it remains undivided. Yet it appears as if divided in beings. Yet it appears as if divided in beings. That it appears you can put in brackets. Then that Brahma is the creator, the resolver, and the sustainer of all beings. That Brahman is the creator, the resolver, and the sustainer of all beings. Moreover, it remains undivided, yet it appears as if divided in beings. That Brahman is the creator, the destroyer, the resolver, and the sustainer of all beings. Okay. So we'll continue this discussion with number 18 in the next class. Thank you. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.